Hello everyone, in this video I will help you study for your Unit 6 Cells Divisions test. In this video I will go over the two major stages in the cell cycle, interphase and mitosis. I will also explain to you the characteristics of mitosis and meiosis, and I will explain what cancer is, how it happens, and lastly I will explain some basic vocabulary. I hope you all enjoy. Disclaimer, all the information in this video might not be accurate and might need correcting. This is my first time explaining an entire unit, and yeah, enjoy it. And please correct me in the comment section if anything is wrong. First, cells divide to repair, grow, and stay small. And for unicellular organisms, they do it to reproduce. The cell cycle has two major stages, interphase and cell division. During interphase, the cell carries out most of its functions, normal functions, and prepares for division. During division, mitosis occurs, and the cell divides. During interphase, organelles and chromosomes are copied in preparation for cell division. There are three main stages in interphase. Growth 1, this is where the cell makes proteins and organelles. Synthesis, this is where DNA is copied. And growth 2, this is where molecules needed for cell division are made. The four major stages of mitosis is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. An easy way to remember this is pay me anytime. Prophase is the first step of mitosis. During this, DNA condenses, coils together, and chromosomes become visible. The nuclear membrane also disappears, and centrioles separate. Now you may be asking, what's a centriole? A centriole is the organelle near the nucleus, where it helps spindle fibers develop. Now you may also be asking, what's a spindle fiber? We'll get to that in a bit. During metaphase, chromosomes line up in the middle of the cell. Like that, right? Just a line of chromosomes. And during that, spindle fibers connect to those chromosomes. Now, spindle fibers are very necessary for the separation of sister chromatids. So in a chromosome, there are two sister chromatids. There is a sister chromatid. Sister chromatids, these two are sister chromatids. So they have to separate and go along their own way. I will link a video in the description if that didn't sound right. The centromere is where spindle fibers attach to. During the next phase, anaphase, the centromeres divide. Sister chromatids separate and move to opposite ends of the cell. So, the last phase, also known as telophase or telophase, depends how you want to pronounce it, is when the nuclear membrane starts to appear again. Now, you may have remembered during prophase it disappeared, but in this phase it starts developing again. So, the chromosomes reach the opposite ends of the cell, and the cell begins to split in half. Cytokinesis really isn't a part of mitosis. Mitosis is when the nucleus splits in half. Cytokinesis is when the remaining cytoplasm splits in half. In conclusion, mitosis has four parts: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. And cytokinesis is when the cytoplasm splits, or the division of cytoplasm. It is also important to note that the original cell splits into two cells that are identical to the first cell. These cells are called daughter cells or somatic cells or body cells. The somatic daughter cells are diploid, meaning they have a set of dad's chromosomes and a set of mom's chromosomes. It is also important to know that during cytokinesis, in animal cells, the membrane pinches inwards, while in plant cells, a cell plate is formed between the two daughter cells. Cancer. So cancer is the uncontrolled replication of cells. These cells form tumors. A benign tumor is not dangerous. A malignant tumor is dangerous because it spreads throughout the body. And cancer is named after the part of the body that it starts in. Meiosis is the process of making reproductive cells, sex cells, gametes, or sperms and eggs. During meiosis, the cell divides twice. The first time it divides, the 46 replicated chromosomes from the original cell becomes 23 replicated chromosomes in two cells. Then it divides again, and then it becomes 23 chromosomes non-replicated in 4 cells. These daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes than the original parent cell. This is called haploid. A quick overview. Gametes are sex cells, for example sperm or eggs, and they are used for fertilization. Meiosis is the two-step division of cells to produce these sex cells. Crossing over happens in meiosis 1, and that is when parts of homologous chromosomes trade parts. Homologous chromosomes are chromosomes from each parent, one from each parent, that are very similar. Sister chromatids are two halves of a duplicated chromosome. Diploid 2N is a cell that contains two sets of homologous chromosomes. And haploid is a cell that contains half of an original chromosome. Oogenesis is the production of female gametes, or eggs, and spermatogenesis is the production of sperm, or male gametes. These happen in the germ cells. For example, it's the testes in males and ovaries in females. During spermatogenesis, 4 sperm are created from the 2 divisions. About 250 million sperm are created each day. During oogenesis, 3 polar bodies are created and 1 egg. These 3 polar bodies die because of uneven distribution of cytoplasm. One matured egg happens about every 28 days. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I wish you the best of luck on your unit test.
You're gonna fail.
Okay, let's not listen to him.